Good Saturday morning, my friends. It is Saturday, and if you saw my vlog on Thursday, you know it's a hella mess over here. But first thing I need to do on this Saturday is I need to laundry strip some towels. When we had the washer flood the other day, there was a pile of towels on my laundry room floor waiting to go into the laundry. Well, they got all wet. They soaked up all the water from the flood, and we had to leave them there because the adjuster said, do not touch anything, do not move anything. Well, I tried washing them regular in hot water, and they're still stinky. And of course, like 3 of them are really good towels. So I'm going to try laundry stripping them to see if that helps. So I'm going to get that started now. I've laundry stripped before, and it is amazing. I do about once a year. I do our workout clothes. If you've ever had clothes and you wash them, and the minute you wear them, they have that sour smell again, it's because you're not cleaning down into the fibers. So you do this thing called laundry stripping, and it's unbelievable. Do I love that it uses like detergent that I normally wouldn't? No. But guess what? Once in a while, it's fine. 90-10, remember. So to laundry strip, you fill your tub with pure hot water, just hot, nothing else. And you put in I'll have to look at my recipe now. I think it's a half a cup of powdered Tide, and then a 1/4 cup of borax, and a 1/4 cup of Arm & Hammer washing soda, not baking soda, washing soda. You mix it all together, make sure it's dissolved, put your stuff in, and you leave it for 12 hours, or, well, mine won't be 12 today, but as long as you can, and you stir it up every hour. You will be amazed at what comes out of your clothes, my friends. I did a whole video on this one time. I'll have to see if I can find it, but, yeah, so that's what I'm getting ready to do now, is strip those towels. So tonight when we go over my brothers to play Pinochle, I can take them with me and wash them. So first thing on the agenda today. Okay, the towels are in the water. Zelda is so very curious. The smell of these towels is just horrendous. So hopefully this works. If not, it'll just go on the list for something for the insurance company to replace. Okay, now I'm downstairs, and I am not going to be down here long. I am going to do what I have to do and get out, because the noise and the smell. I think the smell is the absolute worst for me. It smells, what would you call it? Like industrial?
Yeah.
Like from these big industrial fans, they just put off a smell, and it actually made me ill yesterday. I had a headache, I had an upset stomach. It was horrible. The minute I went upstairs and kind of detoxed, I was fine. So we ate. I didn't even cook dinner again last night. We ordered Chinese food. We ate up in our bedroom. We didn't leave the bedroom. And my plan today is to get this cake made for Pinochle tonight. And my sister-in-law asked me to make her some bread, so I'm going to get that made. And we're going back upstairs. Doug has homework to do. I have to do my website. All that can be done from the comfort and quiet of our bedroom, and that's what we plan to do. So I'm going to go get this cake made. You've seen me make it before. It's that birthday cake. I think I made it kind of sort of on camera once. That's what my brother asked for dessert, was the white birthday cake. So I'm going to make that, get their bread made. You've seen me made that 100 times. Doug's going to work on coffee, tea, and breakfast for me, I believe. And we have a bunch of scraps we need to take out to the Chicky girls. So that's the plan. I'll be back with something. Okay, the cake is all done. It looks beautiful. I'm just waiting to take it out of the pans. The bread is rising. I generally like to have my bread rise in the oven, but we're baking eggshells and the oven was too hot and all that. So I just have it in front of the dining room window. Hopefully that'll rise beautifully. And what else? Making breakfast. Doug cooked all the bacon. And I've got these are the egg yolks left over from the cake. The cake needed 4 egg whites, so I just cooked up the yolks for Aria. Got my 2 eggs and Doug's 3 eggs here. We're gonna make omelets, and then I'm gonna clean up this messy kitchen. While I'm waiting for breakfast to cook, sauteing some peppers, trying to clean out the fridge a little bit, and I just found the pack of Gouda that we had. So I'm gonna snack on 1 piece of Gouda. It is 33 calories and 1 Weight Watcher point to a regular Gouda cheese. Okay, sitting down to breakfast, and I have a 2 egg omelet with sauteed peppers, 1 slice of Canadian bacon chopped up in there, and a 1/4 ounce of raw milk cheddar cheese. So kind of like a Western omelet. I have 3 slices of bacon. It is the Aldi, not center cut, regular bacon, I forget what they call it, and 1 slice of my homemade bread with a 1/4 ounce of butter on it. So that is my breakfast this morning. Doug has pretty much the same thing, except he has a 3 egg omelet with more cheese, and he has an English muffin. And of course, tea and coffee. In my tea, I have a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of 1/2 and 1/2. Okay, don't ever let me tell you I am a neat cook, because I am not. And it would look a whole lot worse if Doug wasn't cleaning behind me. So I played with the cake a little bit. And I mean, I know it looks ridiculous, but I just tinted some of the icing that I had left over. This is supposed to be green, but because I use the all natural colorings, yeah, they're not real bright. And I'm like, okay, what do I do now? So Doug said, write schnitzel on it, since it's for Pinochle. Because in Pinochle, when you schnitzel, it means you take all the tricks in a hand. So I just wrote schnitzel on it, and if I had red and black, I probably would have done a card theme, but yeah, I know it looks like a kindergartner did it, but it was fun. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge now, and it'll be all ready for tonight. It is a 3-layer white, we just call it birthday cake, with buttercream icing. Okay, my sister-in-law's bread looks absolutely stunning. It came out really, really nice. Hope they like it. Okay, another job checked off the list. I got the refrigerator cleaned out. It's still a little crowded, but like these 4 jars of bone broth will be out of there tomorrow when I can them up. Unsweetened iced tea, my milk, one of the baby's milks. They bring me a 1/2 gallon of milk every week and a half for him. I try to keep leftovers and things like that on this shelf. There's our big block of cheese. This is my homemade yogurt. Some more cheese. This is the chicken that I pulled off the roaster I made the other day. Leftover bacon from breakfast. Down here I try to keep some jar stuff. I had some Greek yogurt because I needed to buy Greek yogurt to make yogurt, because I always forget to keep some yogurt out. It makes me crazy. Some tomato sauce that I opened the other day. Some nacho cheese sauce that I bought for poker night. I have not bought that in like a hot minute. We have not had that probably in over a year. And there it sits. I should probably give it to someone. And just some stuff that wouldn't fit in the produce drawers. So that is all nice and clean. Next thing I need to tackle is this. It's so easy just to throw stuff up in the upstairs freezer that doesn't belong in this freezer, that belongs downstairs. So I'm gonna tackle that next. We also had a bunch of green peppers in the refrigerator that were starting to go a little bit soft, and I know we wouldn't have used all of them. A neighbor gave me a whole bunch. So Doug is just cutting them into strips, and we are going to throw them in the freezer. It's one of my favorite things to have in the freezer is just cut up, either chopped or in strips, peppers. So he is working on that, and I am going to tackle that freezer. Okay, looks so much better. This is fruit. This is all bread products. This is miscellaneous. And this is vegetables like peppers and stuff like that. And that's my sausage. And in the door, I just keep extra yeast, chocolate chips. This is some Trader Joe's vodka sauce. This is chicken gravy, pizza sauce, butternut squash sauce. This is where we keep our egg money, cold hard cash. That's where the term comes from. And all this stuff can go down. I don't know why my camera keeps doing that. This can all go downstairs in the downstairs freezer. It does not need to be up here. This was just some marinara sauce that we use for poker night for dipping in the mozzarella sticks. A thing of pizza dough. Some orange juice. I use it for muffins and stuff. A couple rolls to be baked. Pie crust, corn, and some kielbasa. That can all go in the downstairs freezer. There's no reason for that to be making a mess up here. And then all these empty bags, I just stick them on the side of the freezer and use those for bread products or whatever. So feeling pretty accomplished. Doug got all the peppers cut up. I have been snacking on these blackberries the entire time we have been working. Not because I'm hungry, but because they are so good, and I figure better that than potato chips, even though I really don't need them. And I think Doug's been snacking on the little bit of pineapple that's been left, just trying to clean everything out and make sure it gets all used. And then there were a bunch of bread products in the freezer that are not going to probably be used. So what I'm going to do is I'm thawing them out, and then I will toast them in the oven. Then I will put them through the food processor and then toast them again, and I'll have breadcrumbs. That way it doesn't go to waste. Okay, I have the bread all separated just so it thaws out a little bit nicer. I'm going to let that continue to thaw before I put it in the oven to dry out. And while I'm waiting for that to happen, I'm going to go upstairs to get away from this noise and the smell. And I'm going to work on updating my website. Doug is already up there working on a paper for school. Okay, so this is the life. I've got updated my website. Ari's sleeping right there. Oh, the cat just jumped down. Doug's doing his homework right there. Catching up on some YouTube videos from Three Rivers Homestead. Yeah, anything to get away from the noise and the smell for a little while. Well, we are home from a night of Pinochle. So much fun, but we sucked. No, we just didn't get the cards we needed and maybe overbid a few times. One game, it was Doug and I were partners tonight. One game we were up 117 to negative 55 and we still lost. That's okay, we had a good time, it was still fun. So that is it for my night. Oh, we had Royal Farms chicken for dinner. I'm pretty sure I was well within my calories, way over points, but that's always. So we had that for dinner, and I had a thigh and a wing and 3 potato wedges, and that was it. And then I did have a small piece of cake with a half a scoop of ice cream, cup of tea, couple glasses of water, and 4 raisinets. So it was a good night eating, good night playing cards, having fun, and that's it for me tonight. I got to go feed and water the meat birds. Doug is putting the egg layers to bed, just shutting up the coop, making sure everybody's secure. And that's that. Tomorrow, I need to do some kitchen work. I need to can up some bone broth. And I also need to make those breadcrumbs. They never got made today, so I'll do that tomorrow. And then just kind of straighten up in here. It kind of looks like a bomb went off. What was I going to say? Adam, did not run today, but Bella ran and did fantastic. She knocked 9 seconds off her personal best time, and that was exciting. Andrew, I think I told you, Andrew's in DC for the weekend. They had a great time today, going to a bunch of different museums. Tonight, they're going to a comedy show that they've had tickets for months. That's kind of what started this. They're staying overnight in DC. One of the guys' moms has a hotel connection, so she got him a hotel really cheap. And hotels in DC are not inexpensive, but they did good. And then tomorrow he'll be home tomorrow, so that's that. I am gonna go take care of these chicks, and I am hitting the hay because it's gonna be an early morning and a long day. So thanks for hanging with me today, my friends. Good morning, friends. It is Sunday morning. It is 8:30 and I am on my way to church. Have to be there extra early this morning. Normally when you have some sort of ministry, you're supposed to be there depending on the ministry, 15 to 30 minutes early. If you're ushering, you're supposed to be there 30 minutes early. If you're reading or extraordinary minister, you're supposed to be there 15 minutes early. Today, we have our, I belong to the St. Vincent de Paul Society. That is the group that we help the poor. We help the friends who need a hand up. We help in all different sort of ways, whether it be with food or utility bills or things like that. Today is the feast day of our founder, Frederick Ozaman. So 9:30 Mass today, our little group is going to be at Mass. We just recently got official shirts. Honestly, I don't love them, but that's okay. I'm just not a polo shirt girl, and they chose golf shirts. It's just not me. I just don't wear polo shirts, but it's fine. So I was supposed to get mine Tuesday night at Adoration, and the guy that has them forgot to bring them with him. So I have to get mine this morning. So I have to get there and change my shirt because we all wanted to wear our shirts. So, and plus, Mass is going to be very crowded. It is First Holy Communion season, and our church does it differently than when I was a little girl. When I was a little girl, you had a special Mass on a Saturday morning, and every kid making their first communion, it was just a special Mass. Like every kid in every family was at this Mass. It was only a First Communion Mass. But now they do it to integrate more into the community and into the parish. So they've got like 10 to 12 First Communicants at every Mass. Well, most kids don't pick 7:30 Mass. But usually it's 5 o'clock on Saturday, 9:30 or 11:30. So it's going to be a lot more crowded. So we have to get there early so we can sit in our little reserve seats and all that. But big long explanation why I'm going so early. It is the third day of rain in the Dirty Jers. Yesterday was not as bad as they said it was going to be, which was nice. But it was still rainy. Today we are supposed to get thunderstorms this afternoon and all that. I hope it holds out. I mean, it's raining right now. I hope the bad weather holds out while Andrew's driving home from Maryland. But we'll see. I just told him slow and steady. Don't be in any hurry. Nothing to do today. So I am going to 9:30 by myself. Doug is going to 11:30 by himself because he has to sing solo today. I said, do you want me to stay with you and hear you sing? And he looked at me and said, no, you've heard me sing enough. So I'm kind of glad he said that because I want to get home and get a few things done. We need to clean out the meat bird brooders desperately today. We were supposed to do it yesterday and kind of ran out of time. So we're going to do that. I'd like to get it done before Doug gets home just so it's one less thing on his plate. I think he has another paper to write today. I want to get bone broth canned up. I have 1 3/4 gallons of bone broth made that needs to get canned. So I'd like to do that. Let's see, what else? Making a super quick and easy recipe for dinner. It's Dijon mushroom beef. I thought it was a new recipe, and it's not. I've made it before. So it's super, super quick and easy. I really need to go to the grocery store. We are, I think, down to 1 apple. We are down to like 4 cuties. We are out of pineapple. We are out of berries. We are out of watermelon. Yeah. So I really need to get to the grocery store. I really should go right after church is what I should do. But I do not have a list. Although, do I really need a list? I buy the same things every week. every week I buy the same things. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's what's going on this morning. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'll bring you along this afternoon if we do anything exciting. I'm not going to show you the canning process because you've seen me can 100 times. I thought there was something else I had to do. I just need to get ready for the week. I really can't reset the house because, well, the fans and all get turned off at 2 o'clock. So excited. So excited. But they're all over the house. And I am not moving them because it's not my place to move them. And, like, I was thinking, I could move them out of the way a little bit and put back the fireplace, entertainment center, and hook up the TV and everything. But they have to get in that same spot tomorrow to start putting the plastic sheeting over all the open areas. So there is no point in me putting everything back when they're just going to move it again tomorrow. So I'll just wait until tomorrow to get everything back. And then do a little bit of cleanup tomorrow probably. Because I know there's just no point in doing it today. Because they're just I was going to like mop the floors and stuff. They're going to make a mess tomorrow. So, no point in doing that. I'll just wait until tomorrow. I will be so happy that all that stuff is out of there because, you know, those things were a big draw for the babies. So then we just have to wait 2 weeks until the insurance company comes out. And then they have to make a decision on what they're going to pay for, what they're not going to pay for, how much they're going to pay. Then negotiations happen. It will probably be, I'm guessing, June before anything gets started. And I can live with the ceiling and the walls knowing they're going to be done, but the washer is what's making me a little crazy, just not being able to do any laundry. And we can't even if we got the okay on May 11th, okay, yes, you can get rid of the washer and dryer and get a new one. We kind of can't because the laundry room has to be demolished. The whole flooring has to come out. The drip pans have to come out. All of the molding is gone. So there is no use putting in another washer until all that stuff is replaced. So to me, that is top priority. I can live without the ceiling and walls in the family room for a little bit. I need to get the laundry room done first. So we'll just have to figure out how all this is done and, find a contractor. Could Doug do it himself? And we could save some money? Yes. Not drywall. My husband is amazing and can do a lot of things. A lot of things. Drywall is not one of them. And he will admit he is not good at drywall. So that is something we will not be doing. Could he do the laundry room? He probably could. So we may look into doing the laundry room ourselves, because basically it will be removing the washer and dryer, ripping out the flooring that's in there, ripping out the drip pan and vent or whatever it's called, replacing all that. I think we can do that ourselves, and if we can, things will move much quicker. So, just more things to talk about. Anyway, I've chit-chatted enough. You guys were just keeping me company on my way to church and just getting some feelings out there. And now it's raining really hard, of course. I'm sure it'll be pouring when I go to walk into church. These poor little kids with their first communion in their little suits and in their fancy little dresses. I hope the rain breaks long enough for them to get into the church. I will never forget my wedding day. Oh, and speaking of, so many of you were disappointed that I did not put a wedding picture in last weekend on our anniversary. I had every intention to. I just forgot. So I will try to remember to put in a wedding picture in this video. I will try to remember. What was I going to say? Oh, my wedding day. It rained on my wedding day. And it rained when I was going to the church. So I wore into the church, of course, my wedding gown and veil and all that. But I also wore big, huge, black industrial trash bags. We cut holes in the arms and we put them over my dress and over my head. And oh my goodness, it was craziness. But that's okay. I still got married. Still been married 33 years. So it's all good. They say it's good luck if it rains on your wedding day. I don't know. I don't really, well, I believe in luck a little bit. Maybe. I don't know if I do or not. But during Mass, it stopped raining. The sun came out. It was gorgeous. We were able to get pictures outside, and so it all worked out for me. But anyway, I hope it stops raining long enough for these little kids to get into the church without too much wetness on them. Now I'm really done talking. I will catch up with all of you later on today. Oh my goodness, I look like a drowned rat. It is pouring, and I chose this morning to run to the grocery store. Yeah. I just need it. We're out of fruits and veggies. You'll see my haul on Friday during my menu plan day. I feel like I'm always a week behind with showing you my haul, but it's just the way it works out. It's almost all fruits and veggies and a couple things for the pantry shelves just to keep a good stock on. So I am home. I am already changed into some nice, comfy, cozy clothes because, like I said, it is miserable out. Waiting for Doug to get home. He should probably be home in about a half an hour, 40 minutes. Just trying to decide what I want to do. I want to get all my groceries put away, and I have some kitchen stuff to do. I need to eat. I have not eaten anything at all today, so I am very hungry. But I was kind of waiting on Doug. I don't know. But I do want to share with you a piece of Happy Mail I received in the mail yesterday. Yeah, I cried. It is from Edie, from Edie's Adventures. If you haven't checked her channel out, I will link it below. It is, you know, I told you my favorite girl, Dolores, died. Oh, by the way, it's quiet because they're all shut off. All the fans are shut off. It is close enough to 72 hours. I made the executive decision. They're off. I have to shut the ones off upstairs and the ones in the basement, but all the ones down here are off. So I only have like an hour and a half until 2 o'clock. So we're good. And we did not shut them off at all over the 3 days. And they told us we could, like, you know, if it was just getting on our nerves or whatever, and we didn't. We were good. So I figured we can shut them off an hour and a half early. Anyway, sorry. Back to, oh, and they're coming tomorrow to fix all, well, anyway, whole nother story. Back to my Happy Mail. So Edie, I put on my Facebook, you know, about Dolores, Chicken Dolores passing away and how special she was to me and why she was so special. And I had pictures up. Well, Edie grabbed the pictures off of Facebook, printed them out, and put them in this awesome photo cube and sent it to me. So there's my girl Dolores. I love it. Isn't that just the sweetest? So thank you so very much, Edie. I will absolutely treasure this. It is going somewhere where I will see it all the time. So thank you so much. And now I've got to get my butt in gear and get all these groceries put away. Got to clean out the meat bird brooders, and I still need to do some canning and stuff. So got a lot to do. So let's get started. And I need to eat. I need to eat. The glamorous life of a suburban homesteader. It started pouring down rain when I was cleaning brooders. And it's at the point we can't even, like before we were cleaning them in the basement, we can't even do that now. They are so bad, so bad. So it started pouring down rain, then it let up a little bit. So I checked the feeders and the girls needed food. There was only like this much left in one feeder. So I was out there filling the feeders and it just downpoured. And I was trying to collect eggs and they're all wet. So now they're going to have to be washed and go in the fridge. And I still haven't eaten and it's 2 o'clock. I need to eat something. And Doug's probably hungry too, although he had a little breakfast. But right now I need to go and dry. My hair was looking so good this morning too. It was a wash hair day and it was looking perfect. So right now I need to go dry my hair and get out of these soaking wet clothes and then maybe start my kitchen work. Oh my word. So someone on Gibbstown Giving said that they had some toys that they wanted to get rid of. And I said, oh, I'll take this thing and I don't know where this little turtle thing. She's like, I really want somebody to just take them all. I don't want to break them apart. I'm like, fine, I'll take them all, and whatever I don't want, I'll put back up on Gibbstown Giving. I had no idea she had so much stuff and so much nice stuff. Like, everything is here. Like, all the balls are with the sports center. All the cars and balls are with this. Doug's having fun playing with these magnetic sticks and balls things over there. The amount of trucks. Oh, my goodness. So let me tell you, I'm going to clean it all up and organize it and get rid of some of our older stuff. And when these boys come tomorrow, they are going to be in heaven, in toy heaven. And even Zelda is checking everything out. So we're finally, if I can pull Doug away from the toys, we are finally going to eat for the first time today. It is now 3 o'clock. You know what? Maybe I'll just make dinner and we won't have lunch. I think that sounds like a plan. I probably should have brought you along as I cook dinner, but Doug is starving and probably going to drop over from starvation. He is so dramatic. So what I did first is I sauteed onions and mushrooms. And I double the mushrooms when I make this. So I sauteed that in just a little bit of butter instead of oil. And now I have my beef tenderloin tips in there, getting a nice sear and crust on them. And then over here, excuse that mess, that's from the beef. I have 3/4 cup of milk, 1 can of cream of mushroom soup. This is the cream of mushroom soup I use. I used to make my own and really don't love it. But I love this, and let me tell you, you're probably not going to be able to see it. Where are the ingredients? I don't know where the ingredients are. Totally awesome, clean ingredients. Of course, can I find them now? No. You'll have to take my word for it. So a can of that, 3/4 cup of milk, and 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I put 3 in. And just mix that together, and then that's going to go in here with the mushrooms, and then we'll put the meat back in, and that is it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I have water going for egg noodles. That's what we are going to serve it over. Okay, and here is dinner. It is the Dijon mushroom beef over egg noodles with some corn. We were supposed to have broccoli. I forgot to cook it, and it takes too long. Corn's much quicker to cook, so we're having corn instead. So be it. Kind of blah color plate, but that's okay. It works. It's food. It fills the bellies. I haven't cleaned up dinner yet because I'm waiting for Andrew to get home. He should be home in about 40 minutes or so. And I want to see if he wants dinner. It was absolutely delicious. So filling. So comforting. So creamy. Not very Dijon-y, but it was really good. Did you like it, babe?
I did. Very much.
Good. So while I'm waiting to clean up that, I decided to get these breadcrumbs made. I have 2 trays. One's already in the oven that was preheated. So you just put your bread on there and you bake it at 300 degrees for 5 minutes until it gets dried out but not brown. And then you process it in the food processor with the S-blade. And then you dry it out again at 275, and then you can reprocess if you want fine breadcrumbs and not panko-like. So I'll show you it while I'm doing it. Okay, so this batch is nice and dry. So I put it in the food processor and processed it, and you can see it it's a little bit chunkier. I want fine breadcrumbs, so I'm going to spread this out onto a baking sheet. Put it back in the oven for another 5 minutes or so. I think I have to look at my directions. Dry it out some more and then reprocess it.
15 minutes, starting
Okay, so I bake these at 275 for 15 minutes and they are super duper dry and crunchy. So I'm just going to reprocess these and make them into nice fine breadcrumbs. I'm just going to let them cool down just a little bit. So there we have it. Nice fine breadcrumbs. I'll just put those in my canister and they are ready to use. It would have been bread that went to waste, so I'm glad I was able to use it for something. Well, my friends, that is it. I am calling it a weekend. We have been working on sorting toys. I showed you all the toys that I got off Gibbstown Giving. Oh my gosh, they are so nice. So clean, all in perfect condition. Every piece there, it's wonderful. So we did a huge sort out of all the toys, and I think we actually got rid of more than I brought in. So that's always a good thing. So we are pretty much toast now. We are going to just finish straightening up. I'm going to reset a little bit for next week. The guys are coming tomorrow, like I said. So I think I'm going to make them some muffins in the morning. I was joking with them and asked them if they wanted me to have coffee ready because they're coming early. And he's like, yeah. So I think I'm going to make them some muffins to go with the coffee in the morning. And yeah, that's it. So thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy day to spend the weekend with us. I know it was kind of an odd one with us being stuck in the house a lot and all the craziness that was going on. So I will definitely take you with us as we work on getting all that fixed. And that's it. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video, which will probably be a full day of eating.